This week I watched 8 movies starting with the letter L, and here's what I thought of all of them. If you're new to this series, I am taking a different letter of the alphabet each week and watching movies that exclusively start with that letter. This is one, to expand my own movie horizons, but also to get better about logging my movies on Letterboxd. So 4 of these movies were new to me and 4 of them were not. Ironically, it ended up being that I was scheduled to go see The Long Walk during this week. And it was an absolutely fantastic movie. I cried so much. It's honestly just heartbreaking. Absolutely fantastic performances from everyone involved. If you haven't seen it and you feel like you have the stomach for it, then I would highly recommend. It's not like super gory, but it is disturbing. I also watched Letters to Juliet, which I think is recommended to somebody, but also it was just on my list to watch because a lot of people talked about it when I was growing up. And I absolutely had no idea what the premise of the movie was going in. Obviously, I thought this was just letters back and forth to some character named Juliet. That is not what it is. I mean, it kind of is, but not in the way I was thinking. And so I thought this kind of background plot that's working around the romance building was actually really, really cool. And so I enjoyed the movie a lot. Was it cheesy? Yes, but in a way I enjoyed. Okay, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I know the next 2 are probably going to be very controversial ratings, and I'm so sorry. So many of you recommended Labyrinth to me. I had it on my list because I was like, I've never seen this movie, might as well. That was just such a nightmare for me personally. And I have such respect for the world itself. Like, the puppets looked incredible. They also looked very disturbing, and I can't imagine why anyone would show their children this movie. Just can't say it was a joy to see David Bowie. But outside of that, it was not a fun watch for me. I'm so sorry to all. I hope you continue to enjoy it. I also watched Life of Pi, and I didn't know a ton about this movie going in. I just thought it was a boy surviving on a boat with a tiger. Like, that was the only premise. But it's just it's a lot to take in first watch. Like, the ending is wild. And so I think maybe if I give it a rewatch, rating will change one way or the other at some point. I just didn't know where to put it upon first watch, to be honest. But on to movies that I have seen before, and I will say these are a lot of the movies that I just love so much. And it does include 2 movies that are in my top 4 on Letterboxd. Which I don't even have a lot to say about this one. Fellowship of the Ring is such a beautiful movie. I wish I was able to have time to have done a full rewatch of Lord of the Rings, but I just didn't have time, so I watched Fellowship. Honestly, if you haven't seen this movie, I know people are like, oh, I'm just gonna hold on. I don't want to watch Lord of the Rings. It is so good. It is just so good. The other movie that is in my top 4 on Letterboxd is Greta Gerwig's Little Women, and that movie is never gonna leave that spot. I hope that everybody has a movie that they love as much as I love Little Women. Genuinely, every time I watch it, I think I fall more in love with it. Every time there's a different quote that's sticking out to me to reflect that part of my life. I don't even know what else to say. I think it's a perfect movie. I also did a rewatch of La La Land, of course. I think it's an absolutely fantastic movie. I think in my head I fix some of the singing. Also, my dad and my brother were able to catch the ending of the movie, and I was like, this is such a horrible time for you to come in, but it is a very heartbreaking ending, so let's watch together. I also did a rewatch of Logan, and I hadn't rewatched it in a while, and I just don't know why you all wanted to hurt me like that again. It's such a truly great film, even if you're not into the superhero genre, which obviously I am. I will say it took me a very long time after it came out for me to finally watch the full thing, because when I had started it, I saw Charles Xavier in pain, and I was like, I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for this. And so I was like, let me just wait until I am emotionally ready. And if you've seen it, you know it only gets worse. Lots of great movies starting with the letter L. Thank you so much for your recommendations, and I'll try and catch more as I'm going along. But please leave your recommendations in the comments for movies that start with the letter M.